Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. In this video, I'll be discussing this entire electronics laboratory I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. If you like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic, for more videos. So for 25 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, the guy gave me this entire box of stuff. This cabinet of electronic components and this induction motor, which we'll wire up at the end of this video just to make sure if it even works. But I had originally just went into Facebook Marketplace just in search of a soldering iron, and ended up with much more. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So this is what originally drove me in, is this Weller soldering iron. It's a really nice soldering iron with a LED, with 3 LED lights when you try to solder, so that turn on when you try to solder. So it's quite helpful, and it's got different heat settings, which unlike my Harbor Freight one had just on or off. So that's right there what I was looking at to get for 25 bucks. So everything else is all extra. I'm sure there's stuff in here which I will never use, and stuff which I can already say I've already used. Alright, after that, I think we got some Arduino Wi-Fi shields. This is particularly going to be useful because I do plan on using some of the Wi-Fi applications and exploring the Internet of Things with the Arduino. And of course it also has an Arduino. I've actually used this Arduino already in my previous video, where I used it and interfaced it with an RF module to connect two Arduinos. I actually made a wireless motion activated alarm. So that right there, those between this and the soldering iron, that's more than $25 worth of stuff right there. Here we got an ITC 1000F. This looks like it's a temperature controller, where you have a temperature probe you put into here, and then it allows you to monitor and control the temperatures. Probably hook this up to some sort of heating and cooling device, and this is lets you regulate that. This is for the soldering iron, of course. Over here we got a medium-sized servo motor that works for 5-volt microcontrollers, so this will work nice for our Arduino. I'm already beginning to think what I can do with this. I'm thinking about perhaps making a golf ball dispenser that dispenses golf balls after the sound of a strike of a ball, so it automatically dispenses the ball after you've hit it, which could be a handy thing, I think. Let's see, that's brand new right there. We got a lot of wire. Rolls of wire. Here we got red, black, orange. Here we got some prototype board or Vero board. This will help clean up some of my projects instead of just putting everything into breadboards. I could use this proto board or prototype board, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is so it's even got these wires that come with the kit for the board. Let's open these up. So those wires fit nicely into the board. I think they got kind of like soldered ends, so make it nice and convenient to just stick them into here. Yeah, it's like just like that. You can just solder those down. That's could be a good way to tidy up some projects. Wish I had opened this up from my last project. It would have made it look a lot nicer than just trying to put it onto a breadboard. Oh, helping hands. Who doesn't need an extra set of hands, huh? We got this industrial switch looking thing hooked to a 7-segment display, I guess. Some more switches. It's going to come in handy. Here's another Wi-Fi shield for an Arduino. So oh, that looks like it's broken. Well, you can't win on everything. Some more wire. Some female disconnect terminals. Some breakout boards for hooking up your Arduino to a Wi-Fi module. Two gig memory card. Let's see. Oh, look at that. A display screen. These can be used with Arduinos. Should have a couple of these myself already. Push button. Those always come in handy. Some more proto board. So it looks like some other type of LCD screen for an Arduino. I've never seen this one, so maybe I'll have to look this up. Looks like a 3-volt DC relay. I guess that could come in handy. Screwdriver. Oh, here's another servo motor. The rest of the stuff is really just empty boxes and a lot of jumper wires, and looks like a broken power supply unit here. So we'll just call all of this stuff other stuff. But this is all the stuff that came out of that box that's going to be immediately or apparently useful. Alright, now it's time to dive into this cabinet full of stuff. Alright, let's go to the cabinet. What do we got here? We got a power jack, DC power jack. Okay. And looks like some sort of buzzer here. We got looks like there's a battery pack here. Those are always useful. Here's another switch. And a whole bunch of LCD or 7-segment displays here. Probably use these 7-segment displays when I make when I convert my speed bag into a punch machine that tells you the strength of the punch. Currently, well, originally it's a speed bag, but in one of my original videos, one of my past videos, I should say, I converted it to a speed bag that counts your punches. Now I want to make a punch machine that measures how strong you punched it. Next, we have another rocker switch, and we have these chips. This is something that I'm very familiar with from having worked on scientific instrumentation for my job. These are called Peltier coolers or thermoelectric coolers. Essentially, they're used in applications where a coolant can be used and you need to cool or heat up a surface without any sort of liquid material. So this will cool it just based on the current that goes through it. So you have a cool side and a hot side. With the hot, so depending on the application, if you want to cool something, the hot side will be hooked up to a heat sink and a fan, exhaust fan, to keep it will keep the heat away from, keep the heat out of the system, I should say. Anyways, I've replaced a lot of these in various different types of scientific equipment throughout the years. So I don't know, I have a good idea at the top of my head right now what I'm going to be using these for, but who knows? It's just funny, I just never thought I'd run into these outside of work. Next up, oh, we got a lot of looks like momentary push button switches in the next drawer. Then looks like, hey, look at that. Looks like a cash register got busted through, huh? Bunch of a bunch of buttons from a cash register. That's funny. Let's see what other ones they got. They got the change, cash out. Okay, more change, huh? Cash out, okay. I don't know. Is that a cash register or is that from a maybe slot machine? What do you guys think? I don't know if slot machines offer change. I don't even know what. That's another type of switch, maybe a foot switch. I got some empty drawers here. That's okay. rocker switch, potentiometer, looks like some attachments to the servo motors. Oh, look at that. Some more displays. More 7-segment displays. Here we got, it looks like a, looks like a solenoid bolt. But, we'll check that out. Maybe use this to make a cabinet lock, electronic lock from a cabinet. If this is not broken, I should say. How is this? We're gonna have to test it out, but I don't think it's viable. But pretty much when you apply voltage to one of these, this pin will go back and forth like that. So, well, it'll go forward when you reverse voltage, or when you shut the voltage off, it should go back. Nothing really to note there. Some ties there. Let's see, grommets here. Nothing there. X-Acto knife cover, huh? This must. Don't even know what this is. Oh, it's a lock. Oh, looks like the tip of the soldering iron, huh? Some gloves. All right, convenient. All right, a box of 1 kilo ohm resistors. Those are always come in handy. A whole bunch more. Looks like sockets for power jack. A bunch of 5-volt buzzers. Some more proto board. This one's a little bit, looks like a little bit less fancy there than the other one. So, all right, let's go to the last row here. Got some ceramic capacitors. There's some wire nuts. Those are actually, I put those in there. More resistors. These are 10 kilo ohm resistors. Okay, so everybody's favorite pull down resistor, huh? 10 kilo ohms. And we got a whole bunch of momentary push button switches. So we'll be needing to buy those anytime soon. And here's that X-Acto knife, just sitting in there, ready to cut you up. All right, go ahead and put that on there actually. All right, so that's pretty much all the stuff I got in this haul. I wasn't expecting to get this much stuff, but I'll take it, and we'll see which will come in handy in the future. And the next thing to do is hook up this induction motor. He also threw in this induction motor. So So we'll see if it works or not. It's a Orient motor, or it's called an Oriental motor. There you go. Made in Japan. And it's a model number BHI62FG2. And it includes the gearbox. So we'll look that up and see how to see some of the specs. If I can find some specs on this, and we'll wire it up, see how it works. It also includes the run capacitor, which you gave me with the motor. I'll bring it out when I wire it up. After doing a quick search online, I was able to find a wiring schematic of the motor, and I recommend doing that for all motors that you get that aren't made in the United States, because the wiring color code is not always the same. And after powering it on, the motor worked like a gem. Just got to figure out what I'll be doing with it.